New Zealand-born opera soprano Dame Kiri Te Kanawa, who found international fame on the London stage, has moved back home for the role of a lifetime, and it's all to do with whānau. Joining us now is Kiwi opera singer, Dame Kiri Te Kanawa. Morena, Dame Kiri, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Please tell us, why have you moved home, and how is it to be home?
Well, as you know, the whole year and a half of what's passed has been a considerable change of everyone's lives. And in fact, I had my little Luther with me for 2 Christmases. I came out here in March of last year and had to go straight back and didn't see him at all. So I was just devastated that we came out especially to be with him. And then I was trying to figure out how I would get to see him on a regular basis. And then when the COVID hit in, and I've been in my 5th lockdown now, 3 vaccinations, and I'm thinking, well, when am I ever going to see him? We need to be at least stabilised. Even if he's in Auckland now and I'm in the Bay of Islands, at least I'm not too far away. We're only sort of one stage away, one level away, and we can be together. So he's the reason for my main reason for my coming. A lot of other things too, but the Luther, I want to be with the Luther, who has, may I say, a teaspoon of Maori blood in him. And my son said he's going to be the first Asian Maori in the All Blacks. I thought, oh, good luck. He's tiny. I'm not sure if he'll make it to the All Blacks, but still, well, we all hope with the All Blacks.
There's time for him to grow, because he's only, 3.5, I think, at the moment, isn't he, your grandson, yes, Luther? So there's time.
Yeah.
Dame Kiri, what does he call you? Does he just call you Granny?
Grandma. I'm Grandma. Cuddle grandma, high five and all sorts of things. And we're potty trained now, which is exciting, all sorts of lovely things.
And you love this. You love this role because we were speaking in the break, you didn't really have a grandmother yourself growing up.
No, I was adopted by 2 wonderful people. I mean, the best life in the world. They gave me everything they had and more. And they gave me this life. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for those 2 wonderful parents. And I mean, there's sometimes adoptions don't always work out, but this one was magnificent. My father was the most wonderful man. I mean, he never really went to school much. My mother struggled through her life, but she was one of many children. So they had a very difficult time, but they gave me a wonderful life. There again, you know, one tends to look back at all the families that are around. You think how lucky they all were to have uncles, aunts, you know, they have a great history. I've got nothing, but that doesn't matter. So I'm making something, and little Luther hopefully will have some memories of a grandma. And I will be able to pass on lots of lovely memories to him too. Yeah,
absolutely. I was wondering about that. Did you know from a young age that you were adopted? Was it something that you were told and was talked about?
Yes, very much. I right from as soon as my mother could explain it to me, I did. And both of my children, of course, are adopted. And I never it's very difficult if someone finds out age 18, they just never trust the parent again. It's not right. So, and also I don't go into it very much because there's so many complicated lives in the world that my life is my life, and it's complicated enough, and I don't want to go in too far into it, really.
Yeah, absolutely. One thing I was watching last night in preparation for this interview was your amazing performance at Princess Charles and Diana's wedding. You were wearing this beautiful pink and blue a dress that looked like you'd floated down on a cloud. Can you tell us what that experience was like? Because there were 600 million people watching you for 6 minutes perform on that day. Gosh, that must be pressure.
Yes, and also everything's a te papa now, and the hat was the first fascinator, I think, for many years. I started the fascinator, which no one seems to recognise, but now everyone's wearing those little small hats. But it was a pretty outfit, and I think, you know, you have to, if you're going to celebrate, you don't wear something that's just black. I just wanted to sort of have something that was colourful. But can we just go on to my foundation? I just want to say about the foundation and how all our young people that we've been supporting 8 with the Kiri Te Kanawa Foundation, we've been giving a helping hand to 18. We gave them for the last year £800 a month to keep them, to keep them alive, because they were all struggling. There was no money. There was no money to buy anything. So all our 18 students are now well on their way. They're in Bern, Frankfurt, they're at Covent Garden, they're in Paris. And so I'm sort of more excited now than I've ever been about our students now going forward. It's absolutely magnificent. The foundation, while it's only small, it has made a big effort to keep those young people alive. It's just so exciting.
Because there was concern about COVID and contracts being affected by, of course, the lack of performance and things like that. So you're saying things are actually looking good?
They're looking good. It's not going to be wonderful. Yet our life is going to change now forever. Having been in lockdown in England for now the year and a half and struggling through selling a house, which was impossible in some ways, getting the dogs out here. If I'm wearing the same thing, I apologise because I've got no clothes there. They're all locked up at the port. Since June, my cars, my garden furniture, everything is locked up at the port. I don't know what they're doing with it, but maybe they're looking at everything through my whatever clothes. So everything's locked up. I can't get my clothes. Everything's a mess. so I might be wearing the same shirt. I came with nothing thinking, oh, it won't be long before I get all my clothes back. I've got nothing. So I was supposed to be at Government House tonight. And I thought, well, there's going to be plenty of time for the 8th of September. I'll get my particular coat, which I had made specially for an occasion like this. It's not here. It's locked up. So I'm sort of waiting for my clothes. Please release them. It would be really, really nice.
Well, Dame Kiri, you still look divine and gorgeous. And we all know music has been a massive part of your life. And we're all quietly a little bit devastated when you decided you wouldn't sing in public anymore. But I want to know, are you singing privately? Is this gorgeous little grandson of yours getting private Dame Kiri performances, lullaby sung to him? Does he appreciate what he's getting?
Well, I hopefully, it's so funny, a little one like that, it's like when sometimes I let fly here in the house and the dogs came and thought, what's that? 3 dogs know, but 1 dog doesn't. So this is wondering what this sound is. But yes, I will most probably be singing lullabies to him and he sings to me anyway. So he's the most charming and gorgeous. You've most probably seen pictures. I'm very proud. He's such a beautiful little boy and he's just, can I say he's spoilt a little bit? I keep telling my son he's spoilt. I said, Mum, I can handle my son. Oh, good luck. I'm off.
Dame Kiri, what you do is all about, sort of excellence and perfection. How nervous would you get about perhaps like hitting a bum note? And did you ever hit a bum note in performance?
I most probably did, but as they say, never own up to any of that. Just keep going, because if you look back and say, "Whoops, I made a mistake," don't let anybody know. Just keep going forward. And then sometimes people don't notice, but then sometimes really smart people who know all about it do notice. Can I point out something? Because our darling Max Cryer, you most probably know, passed just very recently. He gave me this pukaka.
Oh,
He arrived with the pukaka. So I put him there in the background to show you that it's still here. I see it every day. And deepest love and respect from a very, very dear friend who was an amazing person because he kept much information and yet he kept so many secrets, and certainly a lot of my secrets, which have been very precious to me. He helped me so much through the foundation as well. So that was a big plus.
Yeah, wonderful broadcaster. Thank you very much. We loved talking to you this morning, Dame Kiri Te Kanawa. We really appreciate it. And we look forward to seeing your grandson in the All Blacks one day.